Guys, are you ready? Because I am. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ehinome Odion and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in the United States. If this is your first time stopping by, hey my love, you're very much welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, and if it's not, thank you for always coming back. I mean, we're friends now, we're OGs, we're a YouTube family. You guys mean a lot to me. You have no idea to be honest. So thank you for always tuning in, thank you for always returning. I appreciate the love and I'm excited. I don't know why I feel so excited for this video. That's weird. So yeah, welcome to a new video. I have been struggling so much with being consistent on YouTube throughout the month of May actually, and I hope it gets better moving forward. So I put up a question tag on YouTube and on Instagram telling you guys to ask me questions, and that is what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be reading out the questions from my laptop here because I'm filming with my phone, and I would honestly try my best to make this video as short as possible. I would give concise answers, but I'll also try not to talk too much because I know myself, once I start talking, that's it. I'll just keep talking and I'll start debating. And I honestly hope you guys can hear me. I'm trying my best to shout as much as I can. I'm not using my microphone for some weird reasons. My microphone has been picking up every little sound, and I don't want the quality of this video to be bad, and I hope I can work with this. So let's get right into the video. Guys, are you ready? Because I am. Okay. So the first question I'm going to be answering is, how are you doing? Oh, that's so thoughtful. Thank you for asking me that. To be honest, you can answer this question in many different ways. You can decide to go deep, you can decide to just put it on the surface level, but I think I'm just going to go in between. Thank you for asking me. I am fine. I have had better days and I pray for better days ahead of me, but today I feel good. I'm at peace, so I'm fine, to be honest. Last week was tough. Last weekend was tough for me, but I'm good. Thank you for asking. How does it feel to be away from home? To be honest, it's not the easiest thing to do. I think when I came, it was worse than this. It was like really tough because having to like travel such a far distance away from home and knowing that you don't know when next you're going to see your family members and your friends. So, but gradually I'm adjusting well, because I mean, we are getting older, and to be honest, as you grow older, you get to the phase where you're starting your life for yourself, if that makes sense. And that is the phase I'm currently at a point in my life where, these are the formative years of my life. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. These are the formative years of my life, right? So I'm getting used to the fact that I would need to be away from home to grow, and I'm doing it now. So I'm getting used to it. It's not so bad. I mean, I miss home, don't get me wrong. I miss my family, I miss my room, I miss my bed, I miss my mom's food. Yes, those little things that you wouldn't necessarily think you would miss, those are the things you now start missing. But this part of my life is necessary for where I'm going to, if that makes sense. So yes, I'm getting used to it. And right now I'm in my uncle's house, so it's almost like I'm home. So yeah, I'm good. Is it hard keeping up with school and social media? Honestly, I think you would just need to find a good balance, because to be honest, social media can be overwhelming, and most times once you pick up your phone, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok, I would just be scrolling, and before I realize, I have spent my whole morning or my whole day scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. So I would say you just need to have a good balance. If you're self-disciplined, you would know when it's time to stop and do other things. So that's what I just do. I strike a balance. So the question is it hard? It's not so hard if you're disciplined. If you have like a timetable that you follow, it's not so hard. But even being disciplined can be hard. So it's like a 50-50. Just try your best. That was what I do. I just try my best to keep like a good balance between everything, and so far it's working well. At least last semester it works well to an extent. I had like a bit of struggle with YouTube and studying, but I was able to do my best That answers your question. Is it easy to make friends? I think that depends. For me, it's not the easiest thing to do. I am not a very outgoing person, and I realize that most times that most of my friends that I have are like people that went through life with me. I don't know if how to explain this. Let's say you went to university, my classmates were my friends. I went to secondary school, my classmates were my friends. I've never really had like friends outside of what I'm doing at a particular point in my life. So for me, it's not the easiest thing to do. But people here are nice. So if you're very outgoing, you might be lucky. You might be able to make friends very easily. Right now, I'm trying to make more friends as I'm here. So we'll see. Someone asked any study tips. To be honest, if you asked me this question when I was in Unilag studying pharmacy, I would give you so many things, but I would say the number one tip that stood out for me, and I think that everybody should know, is you need to know your studying pattern. Personally, for me, I'm someone that I can study in the comfort of my house, the comfort of my bed, the comfort of my room. I don't need to go out to the library, or I don't need to go out where there are a lot of people to read. And I had friends that they needed to go to the library, but I realized that didn't work for me. So I did what works for myself. So the first thing I'll tell you to do is know yourself and know what works for you. Because if you're someone that you like to read in your personal space, but because your friends are going to the library or they are going somewhere to read and you follow them, you would lose out on a lot of potential. Because if you were alone, you would have done better. I don't know if that makes sense. So first of all, know your study pattern. And also, when you're done studying, if you have like tests and exams or things like that, interact with your friends. Don't just read alone and just go and write an exam. Because when you interact with friends, you guys exchange knowledge. There are things that your friends don't know that you would mention, they'll grasp it. There are things that you might have missed out on. Your friends will say it and you get knowledge on that. So know your studying pattern, interact with your friends when you study, and just have a good timetable. And yeah, I think a good timetable works. Have a good timetable and just stay focused. Do your best and leave the rest for God. That's what I always say. Make sure you're actually doing like your best, if that makes sense. For someone applying for an undergrad scholarship, can you walk me through a few steps or things I need to know to apply to IUPUI? That's my school. And do they offer full scholarships? Funny enough, I think as of July this year, it's no longer IUPUI. It's just Indiana University, Indianapolis. I think there's like a split happening or something like that. But I don't have so much information on undergraduate application. I would suggest you email the school and ask your questions, because one thing they would do is respond to your questions. And to be better for you, because then you're getting first-hand information instead of getting half information from me that I'm not exactly sure. You get what I'm trying to say. Please make sure you reach out to the school and they will give you the answers to the questions that you have. Do you encounter racism? Let me think about this. To be honest, I haven't actually not noticed it. I don't know if it's because I don't pay much attention to racism or stuff like that, but I have not had any personal encounter with it. And if I do have later on in the future, I would share. But for now, zero encounter. Or maybe someone has been racist to me, but because I'm not paying attention to it, it did not stand out to me. I didn't just notice. What's your funniest encounter with a person and their misconception about Nigeria or Black people? To be honest, I've not had conversations with people of like other race since I moved, but I would say like my Indian friends, most time I think one of the things we just banter about is like the food, the culture, especially the food, the different food. I remember an encounter I had with my friend, that's my flatmate who is from Burundi, and I was telling her about like the beach, the food, the nice places that we have in Nigeria and Lagos, and I was just feeling flat because I'm like, we actually do have a lot of potential. And she was like really amazed because she's like, oh, you guys have all those things. And I'm like, yeah, we do. So I think it's just good encounter so far, not like any funny thing. But like I said to the racist question, if somebody is being funny to me in that aspect, I might not pay attention. Or maybe no one has done anything extreme in that aspect. I hope this answers your question. This one says, this is more of a me question, but what advice would you give to somebody who feels as if everyone is moving forward while they are just in one place? Girl, I can relate. This question is a question that you're going to be thinking almost every time of your life as an adult as you keep getting older. And it took me a while to realize that once you finish university like this, everybody's separate. Everybody goes their different way. Everyone has different paths. So I will tell you that earlier on, what my dad taught me was, don't compare yourself with other people. Your comparison should be between your present self and your past self. Take a look at where you were before. Take a look at where you are now. If there is growth, I would encourage you to just keep going. I know it might sound off because I mean, you see your friend, you see everybody is getting this, everybody is getting that, people are doing well in life, and you just feel stuck. It happens to even the best of people. I just want you to know that. And I would just say, just keep trying your best and surround yourself with positive people, with positivity. If you're looking at people and it's like healthy competition and they motivate you to do better, that's good. That's a good type of competition, like seeing people that motivate you to do better and all of it. But to be honest, in general, I'll just tell you not to stress so much about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just make sure that you're actually doing your best, because I think that's where there'll be a problem if you're not putting in so much work and you're comparing yourself to other people that are actually putting in the work. Like, you're not seeing the work they are doing. And one mistake we do is that we compare ourselves with people on social media. You're observing someone's life from a distance. You don't know what they did to get there. You don't know the efforts they put in to get to where they are, and you're just there comparing yourself. Or maybe, like, in some cases, what you see on social media is not always the reality that's going on with people. I don't know if that makes sense. So don't compare yourself to anybody. Comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah, I think that's the right way to say it. So don't compare yourself with other people. Just appreciate where you are, put in the work, do your best, and to be honest, you'll be fine, because it happens to the best of people. Even me, sometimes I'm wondering, like, am I where I want to be? But I just thank God, because I'm like, I'm not where I want to be, but obviously I'm not where I was before. So I'm not going to compare myself with other people. Life moves so fast. So I actually understand you looking at other people and comparing yourselves with them. Don't just do it. Like, don't just make your existence comparison. Put in the work, pray to God, do your best, and I hope that everything works out for you. Even me, I'm a work in progress. We're all works in progress. So don't think anybody has it all. Or maybe some people do. I don't know. But I don't think everybody has it all. So to be honest, don't compare yourself with people. You will not be happy. Nobody has it all. That other person that you're looking at, that you're thinking, oh, they have it all, them too. There are other people that they are looking at that they wish they were as good as those people. Just keep doing you. Just make sure you're putting in the work and you're actually doing your best. I think that's just it. And don't compare yourself with other people. And surround yourself with friends that encourage you. Surround yourself with positivity. That would also help you. So I hope I was able to give a little bit of advice to that question. Could you give a summary of how things are going? To be honest, everything isn't all rosy, but I thank God. Things are okay. Let's just put it like that. Things are good. Life is good. I'm good. I still wasn't able to get a job last semester. I only had a job that came with my admission. So I thank God I had that. But I'm hoping next semester goes really well for me. I hope I'm able to get a job. In summary, how things are going, God is good. Things are going well for me. I would not even lie. Might not be the best, but things are good for me, and I thank God for that. What's something people would never guess just by looking at you? I mean, you guys are looking at me now. What can you see? I honestly don't know. By looking at me, what would people think? When you look at me, what do you think? What kind of person do you think I am? Like, what kind of personality do you think I have? Because to be honest, I don't know what people think when they look at me. Just by looking at me. But to be honest, please, you guys should answer this question. When you look at me, what do you think? Because I honestly don't know. After spending a while abroad, which country do you prefer? and why. To be honest, I would say being here has its pros and cons, and also being back in Nigeria also has its pros and cons. I would just say it depends on what you want out of life at that particular time. Like right now, I'm furthering my education and my master's is like what I'm currently doing. So I would say being here is good for me. I mean, when you're living in a country that has structure and everything, it makes a lot of things easier. So for preference, I would say here, because most of the things I'm doing right now revolves in this country, like my school and everything. So I think that answers your question. What's your dream job? I studied pharmacy in my undergrad and I'm currently doing a master's in health informatics. I still want to use my pharmacy degree and I hope to gain a lot from my health informatics degree. There's Python, there's machine learning and project management. I did not realize how much I enjoyed project management till like the end of the semester. So my dream job would be actually something that I can integrate both degrees, my pharmacy degree and my health informatics degree together. That's actually my dream job. And I think it will be exciting and I think it will be fun. What is your dream vacation country? I would say Maldives and Seychelles. I would also love to visit Mexico, to be honest. And recently, a lot of people are going to Montenegro, so maybe we should add that there. So yeah. The countries that are coming to my mind right now are like Seychelles, Maldives, Mexico, and Montenegro. Top 3 items on my bucket list. Let's think. I've not been someone that has like a lot of things on like bucket list, but I would say number 1, travel the world. Like I want to travel. I just need money. Like I'm already ready for my traveling. Just money. So I think I want to travel the world. I would love to go on a solo trip and I would also love to go skydiving. I'm scared of skydiving, but for some weird reasons I've always wanted to do it. So let's add it. So traveling the world, solo trip on my own, and skydiving. I think those are like the things that come to my mind now. I'm speaking on bucket list based on like adventures and everything. What is your relationship status? I mean, if you noticed at the beginning of this video, this ring was on this hand here. For some weird reasons, I'm used to putting my rings here, and my auntie told me stop putting this ring here. Because I think one is engagement, one is marriage, one of them, I don't know which. So I started to put it on this hand here. So I'm as single is. I'm very much single. I'm not in a relationship, I'm not in anything at all. I feel like this is like character formation phase, but like it's getting too long. But I'm very much single. I'm not in a relationship and there's nothing going on in my life in that aspect for now. Just me, myself and I, my friends, my family and God. That's it right now. How intense is studying abroad different from that of Nigeria? To be honest, I would not say it's as intense as studying in Nigeria, because you know in Nigeria most of the times we read a lot to be able to cram and be able to write everything in our exams. So I would say it's not as, for me, I don't think it's as intense as Nigeria, or maybe because I haven't put in as much work as I would have loved to put in currently, and I'm hoping that by next semester I would go back to my normal studying, how I used to study in Nigeria. But left for me, I would say it gives you an opportunity, because I think here most of your grades start counting from like your assignments and all those other things. So having studied in University of Lagos and studied pharmacy for that matter, I wouldn't necessarily say it's as intense. I'll just say it's okay. It's not that bad. It's not very intense. It's just that you're coming to a different place. You have different education system. And I think one of the things I struggled with last semester was in writing and citation. I struggled with my citation last semester. It's like when you do an assignment, maybe like citation is 10 marks. Most of the time in that course, I always lost 10 marks. Most of us did, because that 10 marks for citation keeps going, and it just keeps going. I got better, but then it was kind of like too late to have made up for the marks. So I would just say the different education system, I don't think it's that intense. If you studied well in your undergrad in Nigeria, I think you'll do excellently well abroad. That's my personal opinion. So that's it. Is it really lonely like most of them claim, especially for those with no family around? I'll be very honest with you. Yes, it is lonely. You know, before I moved, I knew it was going to be lonely, but then I thought that maybe like people on social media were being a bit too extra, or being a bit dramatic about the whole situation, but they're not being too extra and they're not being dramatic. It gets really lonely abroad because another thing here, everybody minds their business abroad. If you don't have family here and you're not someone that knows how to enjoy your own company, you might not do well. Like, you will struggle a lot. So yeah, they're not exaggerating. It actually gets lonely, and that's why I always tell people, if you're moving abroad, if you're moving with family or you can live around family, I would suggest you do that if you have that option open to you. So don't think they're lying or exaggerating. I don't know if some people used to exaggerate, but it gets really lonely. So yeah, it is actually lonely. How are you coping with your new environment? I would say fairly good. I mean, right now the weather is a lot better, so I'm good. It was really bad during winter, but for now I'm good. There's a lot of adjustments to make. My skin suffered a lot and it's still suffering. Like, it has not recovered from the damage that happens, like the change in environment, the change in weather and all of that. But I think the major thing for me was like the weather change and how my skin also changed for the worse. So aside that, everything is good. I'm coping fine. Thank you for asking. What are your plans for summer? Summer is just starting. I'm trying to make friends as much as I can so that I can have, even if it's just one friend, that we can do fun things together. I hope my summer is good. I hope I get to make friends and I just go out and I have a good time, because I honestly want this summer to be good. So fingers crossed, we're going to see. If summer is good, you guys will know by the content I put on the channel. Someone asked, when will you show us your man? When will you marry? I don't know. I don't have a man. I don't know when I'm going to get married. So just keep it in mind. When I have a man, rather when I'm getting married, you see my man. But till then, there's no man, there's no marriage for now. And you too, when are you going to get married? And where is your man? What are some of the best and worst things about living in the US? What are some of the worst and best things about living in the US? I don't know. I think I actually don't know, but I think one thing that people usually say about the US has like a lot of opportunities for people, I guess. I'm yet to experience that much opportunity because I'm still in school. So I would just say, like I said before, when you're living in a place that has structure, like there are rules, there are structure that people actually adhere to. So I think I'll say that's one of the good things living here. There's a structure and people are actually following the structure, at least the little I have said. And one of the worst things, I've not really experienced any bad things since I moved here, so I would not know what to say from a personal point of view. So that's it. So I would say best and worst. I don't have much experience yet. I mean, it's just been 4 months. Oh, 5 months since I moved actually. So hopefully I would get to like know better about living in the US very soon. How's your social life? New friends? My social life is, even in Nigeria, I do not have the best social life. Not to talk of here that I actually don't know much people. My social life is pretty much below bar at the moment. Yeah, and new friends. I haven't made a lot of new friends. Social life is, I'm hoping this summer I can take it a little bit above, just a little bit, but we'll see. Next is, tell us fun or cute facts about yourself that we don't know. I feel like when people ask me about myself, I'm always clueless. Can any other person relate? Like when you ask me something about Melodion, most times I have no idea. My brain just goes like, I don't know what to say. But fun facts or cute facts, let me remember. If I remember while editing this video, I'm gonna type it. If I don't type it, that means I don't know. Sad. Is it really true that you can't work off campus? As an international student in the United States, there are like a lot of rules and different things relating to where you can work and what you cannot do. So I'm thinking when you come, if you're planning to be a student here, you can research about it online, or when you go to school, you can ask your international student team in school. But majorly in United States, you're supposed to work on campus as a student. That is what I know. I don't have so much knowledge about it. Like I said, every country has its rules for their international students. I hope this helped a little bit. So guys, this is the last question. It says, Do you work well in your study, and what do you do to provide for yourself in school? Do you want to send me some money? Okay, but to be fair, I got a job last semester, but I mentioned earlier on that I wasn't able to get the entire 20 hours I'm entitled to. So I had 10 hours last semester, and it was a little help, but most of my support came from my parents, my family, and yeah, family in general. And the job I had to just like fend for myself as much as it could provide, because it was so little. And that's why I'm hoping and I'm praying to God. I've applied for a couple of jobs for next semester, and I really need to get a job by next semester, like to get an additional job to the other one I had in last semester. Like, it is important. So yeah, that's it. The job I had and family support. That is all for our Q&A. I think it was fun. I tried to make it as fun as possible. I tried to ease myself up a bit, so I've answered every question that people asked me. I typed out the questions on my WhatsApp so I can like respond to them. I have like a personal WhatsApp for myself. So I'm happy I was able to film this today. Thank you to everyone that like put out questions for me, because I was actually kind of like nervous because I'm not so active on my Instagram, and I was like, I don't know if I was going to get questions, but I did get a couple of questions, and most of the questions came from the questions I got on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure you like, please make sure you comment, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's keep growing. And to be honest guys, I want your ideas on videos I can make, things I can do. I want my channel to grow. I want to expand the types of content I'm currently making, and we'll see how that goes. It's not easy to create content. I didn't know being a content creator was this hard till I started creating content for YouTube. It's actually really hard. So yeah, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Bye.